Welcome back to Awesome Games Done Quick. I'm your host, Nichole Goodnight. I would like to take a moment to extend my thanks to everyone involved in this event. Whether you are staff, a volunteer, a runner, in the audience, donating, everyone involved, we could not do this without each and every one of you. Thank you so much for everything you do. All proceeds from Awesome Games Done Quick are benefiting the Prevent Cancer Foundation. The Prevent Cancer Foundation, founded in 1985, is a U.S.-based nonprofit organization. Their mission is to save lives across all populations through cancer prevention and early detection by focusing its work through research, education, outreach, and advocacy. Their vision is to stop cancer before it starts. You can find out more about PCF at preventcancer.org. I would also like to do a shout out to The Yeti. TheYeti.com has been supporting Games Done Quick events since 2012. The Yeti features 2 new t-shirt designs every 24 hours at the low cost of $12. During this week only, you have the chance to obtain some awesome shirts that are designed specifically for Games Done Quick. You can check out the selection at TheYeti.com/GamesDoneQuick. It looks like we're still getting set up for Brian Otto's run, so let's get in a few donations. Starting us off, we have a $500 anonymous donation. Let's hear it for that. Thank you so much. We have a $13.37 donation from Skeleton Jelly. Hi, Bri. Good luck with the run and make sure to kill that Marvin. Your runs inspired me to start speedrunning 2 years back. Have this elite as a sign of appreciation. We have a $10 anonymous donation. What a wonderful event. First time watching it after my coworker told me about it the other day. I think how you're using gaming to help out PCF is great. A sincere thank you to the runners and all those behind the scenes. We have $12.34 from Joshua04. Hi Pilot, thank you for running my favorite game. I'm getting word that we're all set up for our next run, so let's hear it for Brian
What is
Otto.
up, prospective GDQ hosts? My name is Brian Otto, and today we're going to be playing through the beginning of Titanfall 2, so without further ado, let us begin. Titanfall 2 is a sci-fi military first-person shooter developed by Respawn Entertainment. This was the game they put out before Apex Legends. You might have heard of that. It runs on a modified version of the Source engine, which means we have access to a lot of holdovers from other Source games in terms of movement, like slide hopping and air strafing, or respectively bunny hopping and air strafing. And we'll get to that in a second here. First thing you're going to notice about this game is that it is in Mandarin, and Mandarin is actually 36 seconds faster than English. And that was actually a pretty recent discovery, only because changing languages in this game is very annoying, and we spent all of our time looking for cool things, not doing language testing. So the first thing you're going to be introduced to here is going to be something known as the slide hop. When you reach a certain speed threshold and then press crouch, you end up doing a slide, and you can jump after that slide and maintain your speed indefinitely. It's very, very neat. This is kind of like our tutorial mission here, so while it's not on rails, I do need to be at certain areas when like a dialogue line ends, so that way I can get the next dialogue line ASAP. I'm also going to be moving my camera in an arc through the air. This is known as air strafing, and by subverting the speed cap that's normally in place when you hold W, we actually hold left or right, and that allows us to gain speed, go around corners, and clear larger gaps. This is just a little target range here, so I'm going to grab this rocket launcher, but we do have time for a quick donation.
Absolutely, we have $50 from Zero Serenity. They say, woof, can we give Brian Otto a boop and a treat in absentia of dragon?
Alright, and so now I have the EPG. I'm going to use this to boost myself here. We can't do this in other parts of the game because we're in a simulation right now, so we can't die. And I just picked up some frag grenades, and these grenades are going to allow me to go fast as well. By letting them explode in my hand, I'll get a boost from them. And you know what? We probably have time for another donation here.
Awesome. We have $25 from Deceptix. Super hyped to see you at GDQ again, Bri. Good luck with BT7274.
Alright, so that was a pretty good gauntlet. A 17-second gauntlet in a marathon environment is pretty solid. Normally that frag grenades can be a little bit finicky in terms of like how exactly they work out for you, because they can send you kind of in a downward direction. So getting a 17, pretty solid. So a little bit about what's going on right now in terms of the lore. We're playing as Rifleman Jack Cooper. He is a militia pilot, not yet a militia pilot, I should say. He is a grunt in the militia, which is a rebellious military force that is fighting back against the IMC, or Interstellar Manufacturing Corporation. They're this big, evil corporate conglomerate that goes from planet to planet, takes all these resources from different people, and we're the group that's fighting back. I did a pretty neat glitch here where I stood on the position where you called down the Titan and caused it to come in underground. So that's pretty fun. We'll get to Titan gameplay later, but for now we're just focusing on the context. I would say we definitely have time for another donation here.
Of course, we have a $25 donation from Tron Travolta. Man, it feels good to see Titanfall 2 at a GDQ again with Bri at the keys. Fingers crossed for good ghost ship RNG. I wish I could be there.
The Mandarin VA for this game is kind of all over the place. Lastimosa here sounds about 20 years younger than he actually is. There are some pretty good ones though, especially when we get to the third mission of the game, Blood and Rust. We'll be introduced to Kane, who is just a gem. We'll say that much for sure. The speed run is the any percent run, and thusly it is on easy. Though that does not mean that this run is easy. It just means that we kill people fast. That's about it. Titanfall 2 is a speed run with incredible depth and a skill ceiling that is sky high. So now we're getting into the second mission of the game. This is BT7274. It is probably one of the hardest missions in the game. There are no real big, I guess you would say, sequence breaks or skips in this level. This level is almost entirely movement based. And for the beginning of this level as well, we're only going to have one jump. There are a lot of mistakes that you can cover in this game with a double jump, but given that we only have access to one jump here, every mistake we make is going to be extremely punishing. So what's happening here in terms of the game context is the militia was trying to investigate this IMC-controlled planet of Typhon. They had some sort of research facility here that they were working on. We weren't quite sure what's going on exactly, so we came to try and figure it out. And they were ready for us with a ton of anti-orbital defenses, and now we are crash landing behind enemy lines. And we definitely have time for one last big donation.
Awesome. We have
before this cutscene ends.
We have a $250 donation from B Wizzy. I sit here with a full heart, completely moved and impressed with what this community continues to accomplish for a great cause. Let's hit that 3 million mark again. I donate for my sister Jackie, whose life was lost in 2017 due to the complications of cancer. Not a day goes by I don't miss you. Thank you so much, B Wizzy. Your generosity is so very much appreciated.
Cool. Well, I'd love to show you guys more of this game, but that's all the time I have for today. Thanks everybody for watching. Thank you, prospective GDQ host, for your time.
Thank you.
I wish you luck. And shout outs to Prolix. I love you. Bye-bye.